Alright, welcome back. If you're wondering where I've been, I was on holiday. I should have told you in the last video, but I kind of didn't plan it to be. I thought there was going to be one more in between before I went away. But it didn't end up, so sorry. But I'm back. And it is 2 weeks since it is 2 weeks into the new year, but I figured I'd just use this first video back as a bit of an accountability check. And you read the title, so you kind of know where this is headed. And if no one gives a shit about this video, good. I kind of just going to use this to look back in 12 months' time and see if I'm actually making meaningful progress. Because it felt like towards the end of 2024, I slowed down. And I wasn't kind of making those leaps and bounds like I was in the first half of the year, if that makes sense. Anyways, this is kind of just going to be a little bit of just a event. I'm going to just go through what my plans are for this year, my goals are. I spent a little bit of time today just thinking about it. This is coming out soon, but later than usual, getting back into the groove of things. It is what it is. Anyways, let's get into it. And I wanted to start by just for me it is definitely the elephant in the room, and it's figuring out what the fuck's going on with this channel and growing it. And I've been less about like specific numbers, but I feel like just growing this channel to about 1,000 subscribers is very good improvement. Now, it was meant to be 1,000 by the end of 2024, and I was on pace, but something happened, and all of a sudden, my channel's just stopped and went backwards. I haven't gained a subscriber in like 6 months, something crazy like that. But I'm going to look into it, and I'm going to start researching. I might even start spending a bit of money on some coaching and trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong, what I can do to improve, and what I can do to start growing again. Because, yeah, I may not be anything special, but there's got to be something I'm doing wrong or something that I can do to eventually grow this channel again. Because it's definitely not my consistency. I've missed only a handful of uploads pretty much all year since I started. Now, I have been experimenting with different upload schedules. I did 2 to 3 a week for quite a bit. I did 1 every day for quite a few months. And I tried with shorts, I tried, kind of experimenting. And as of right now, it's going to stay at 1 a week. It allows me to not only focus on other areas of my life and my self-improvement, but also analyzing my videos more. See, when I'm uploading a video every day, I'm flat out just trying to get videos out and get everything else done, let alone actually, reviewing them and actually improving on them. Because if I'm just spitting out the same shit and no one's liking it, I'm doing something wrong. So it's going to be stay at 1 a week, and we'll go from there. Now, next, I've been somewhat consistent in the gym, and I've ticked over 2 years. I'm actually closing in on 2.5 years at the gym, and I feel like it's about due that I actually set some, set some like actual goals in terms of my physique and that kind of stuff. Because at the moment, previously it's just been more of just dialing in the gym, if that makes sense, and not necessarily dialing in myself in a gym sense. I don't know if that makes sense. But I want to now start focusing my diet into more of a focused bulk and cut, and I want to aim for because at the end of the day, I'm 6 foot, just on 6'2", not quite. And I'm about 78 kilos, something like that, with, probably say about 15% body fat, something like that. Not quite, somewhere around there. And so I was always a skinny fat kid. I might stick up some photos if I could be bothered editing this. And so it's just been a process of kind of turning that into muscle. And it's definitely happened. And I'm definitely stronger and more defined and bigger than what I was. But I want to take that to another level. I want to dial that in more. And I want to start looking how I want and training how I want. Because personally, the gym isn't my favorite way to train. I definitely enjoy it, but the whole going 6 times, 7 times a week, for 2 to 3 hours is just not my ideal. I like to run. I love my cardio sports. I love just my sport in general. And I've actually been kind of dabbling in and interested to try out bodyweight training and more calisthenics focused, even maybe a bit of CrossFit, kind of a bit more of that functional strength. And so that's kind of what I'm aiming at in terms of my physical goals for the year. I'm going to start shifting and start really dialing in. So I've got down, I want to hit 80 kegs as lean as possible. So, so pack on a little bit of size, probably continue. I've been, over the Christmas break, you eat a lot of food, so I'm going to kind of use that as a bulk. Continue it, a couple of months, get up maybe 83, 84 kilos, and then hopefully lean down, and then I hit, around that 80 mark, pretty lean. So that's kind of where I'm at in terms of my body and my fitness goals. Now, moving on to one thing that's been bothering me this year, and over the last 12 months actually. I bought 4 books a little over 12 months ago. They were How to Win Friends and Influence People, The Magic of Thinking Big, The Millionaire Fast Lane, and The 4-Hour Workweek. I've read books before that, but those are the 4 paperback books that I bought. And in, let's say about 14 months, I am just starting the 3rd book, which isn't very good. And if you can put 2 and 2 together, it means I'm not reading very often. So starting from, my goal for this year is to try and up that to 1 book a month. And try and get actually through some books, because I know you kind of lose it when you're stuck on a book for 6 months. It just feels like a drag, and it just gets to the point where you just want to get it over with, rather than just being able to sit there and enjoy the book and read it at a reasonable pace. I don't know. I understand the value of books, and the books I've read, have been fucking great. I just don't know what it is. I started kind of just trying to get the whole, just read like 1 page type thing, but I feel like if I post it onto my channel, it's going to keep me accountable. That's kind of the whole point of this video, to keep me accountable and to give me actually a little bit of almost pressure to achieve it. Now, next, you just know that I'm pretty good at meditating. I've been doing it a while. I'm very consistent. And so I want to take that to the next level, and I'd like to hit 30-minute sessions a day. That seems like a lot, and it is a lot, because I'm only pushing 10, 15 at the moment. So I've essentially got to double my meditation. But again, a year's a long time, and there's not much you can't do in a year if you just actually start trying. So I feel like it's gonna be more of a mellow one, and I'll end up, my strategy's just been meditating until I don't want to, So I haven't really been timing it. I've stopped using Medito. I'm just sitting down and just meditating until I feel like I've had enough. And I'll lose that kind of flow state. And so when I get up, a bit longer towards the end of the year, I'll start seeing if I can get that a little bit further out and push it right out. But I thought that'd be something interesting just to see how far I can get that going. And finally, it's a bit of a big one, and I'm not sure if it's the first time I've admitted it, but I'm going to dedicate this year to fixing my addiction to porn and masturbation. Because really, I've tried to convince myself that it's not that big of a thing, but it's a big thing. I don't know what it is. As soon as I'm bored, whatever, that's just my go-to. I've tried. I watch Hamza's videos. I watch everyone's videos. So I'm just gonna cut the shit, and this year, by the end of the year, it's done. I'm properly sick of it now. It's annoying. I get nothing out of it. It's just, I don't want to be doing it. So those are my 5 main goals for this year, and then just continue doing everything else outside of that. But I feel like it's valuable, if you haven't already, to actually outline. Like, I've got some shitty goals up there on my wall all year, but they're not really, I don't know. I might update them. But I feel like it's valuable. And it's a good little pastime to give you some tangible goals that you can achieve. Anyways, if you're still here at the end of the video, I love you. And remember, life is what you make it.